Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. The return of Neon Battle is about to be ready to go for the encore as the second rerun in today's live summon in the Crew 2. There are no changes and update on 6 events and 3 skills for the Neon Demon Summon is about to go for having a best encore as we just been from 6 months ago at the end of the previous season and currently as part of Motorflix Mad Volume 1 and 2 from Season 10 and Season 11. As we're about to go again for having a second time for myself in the segment after from the first one as a first rerun is now being changed up and go for having a follow-up catch-up. But the practice and this Demon Summon will have to be embrace it, work hard, and make your way onto the top platinum. We'll have to take some good efforts whenever we had to choose on different vehicle, including 3 restrictions of the type vehicle on AGB race car, followed by with the Kawasaki Ninja H2 lighter edition, and the Lamborghini Egoista is now being set and go for another round. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Let's get ready to go and start for today's live summit event. So, class dismissed on Bolt Interception Unit Academy was very good, successful, and being moving on forward from August and early September. And the good news is, we just already got acquired with a 4 GT Interception Unit on the Platinum, followed by with the Nitro Chemist for the Hypercar Discipline is now adding up for a perfect arsenal, exterior parts for the Ferrari Enzo Ferrari, and 200,000 followers as I just stopped by 2,103rd place in 1,190,081 points. Perfect, good. Now let's get ready to proceed and have some exterior parts to go adding up with some bonus by adding up with bugs, as we have to go down to have a cover on Long Haul will be revealed by the schedule on September 25th through the 2nd of October, along with Urban Jam is now being scheduled by coming soon. As the 4 rewards has now been putting up to have an extra payday, as we just already got the Ducati Panigale R, Neon Battle Tire, Nitro Chemist Boosted for the Street Race Discipline, and same as ever, 150,000 followers on Fame Pack. You know the drill, you guys. Let's enter and see some changes out there from 3 skills and 6 events might have to go by respawn by racking up with the points. Let's go Powerboat on skill 1 and do the Salam in Chicago. This will have to do some best opportunity of choices as we just already been done and before, but the second rerun we'll have to do it again, and we always have to keep rack up the points and work your way on to the top position by exactly in top 1,000. Gonna have to sit back and wait and have the M30 wide body to be selected and go by preferred to be chosen to have a score breaker. Time to bring out the Ice Marine Blade Runner 35 2017 is now being set and good to go by having a ski underglow by the neon to go by daytime. Hope I'm ready. This will have to do the best drill and keep the gate will be proceed onward by the entrance. Take the left first and the right second, and the rest will have to keep go by the line. There you go. Just have to rack up and go increase the pace. Steer well normal and go cruising around on the rivers of Chicago. But don't worry folks, as I'm still in progress as finishing up on race number 5 of the USB Tour Cities at Miami, Florida by having standard and endurance before moving on in race 6 at Los Angeles. But don't worry, the racing gear outfit as I'm currently wearing is always about to have a best thrill of competition in motorsports. And there you go. Overcome any obstacles. Slide it in and steady well quicker to the right. 10 seconds left. Come on, just had to work my way out and go to the finish line. There we go. Haha. Hard as ever and almost 40,000 to stop by 38,843 points. Correction, and A plus by 155,708 points by cruising around and do some skills on Chicago by the river. That's one skill check. 2 to go, and go by land base as skill number 2 will be at the wind power plant, will be set, and go for the better off-roading vehicle to be using on the 4x4 by type. Or I'll have to grab by 2 versions of the Mazda MX-5 Roadster as I still yet to be currently using with the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car from last race. Got to go by quick filters, select on Rally Raid, or if possible, just have to grab the Mazda MX-5 Miata first generation in the 1989 standard version, or the Spearhawk edition might have to go by better of choices a pick. I'll have to go for the normal one if I had to be using on the second method by using the Hummer HS concept. But still as clever and always have to take a good 4x4 concept off-roading vehicle will take it more skillful and be more practical with some high skills of strategy. So let's do it on the first attempt. Keep the line check and go off-roading around onto the windmill power plant. Okay, right turn on the U. That's the ticket. Now kick up the nitro and stay on the line. Gotta slow down and let the workers to clear the path. Okay, no time to slow down. Just took a single hit. Okay, so that's 22,241 points. Let's see the outcome and need to go again for attempt 2. Practice always makes it perfect, you guys. It will always have to go by exactly around in 155,213 points. Let's hit the nitro and do it again. Keep the traction, hold, and respawn. I'm always well prepared to do this as I just did for only the first part of the rerun on the same Theme Summit. Gonna have to go off-roading drift. Hit the nitro. Alright, gonna have to slow down gently and let the workers to move around. Okay, now, grand finale. This will have to do one best jump. And there we go. Total score update by 24,013 points. That should do well, and always have to keep using the Japanese Roadster off-roading type is good and adding up by 1,069 points, and this will be doing 156,069 points. Alright. Let's do on skill 3, Coral State, here we come, and this will have to take some 2 choices of method, you guys. Choose any direction and keep the red zone away from us as we might need to go up onto 100,000 points. But still, selection as I'm always to use the DCB M30 wide body is still yet to be currently by fast favored. Let's have the Voucher 1414 Demon 2016 with the UDRS Powerboat livery to be set and go on the main chase to be labeled on the main path. Let's turn on the engine on, drive away, and gonna have to keep a good focus on the current river to have the left side to find the line. Watch yourself, this might have to get a little bit slowed down if there will be having a better powerboat that could break through onto the gap. But the yacht might be incompatible to have that low bridge. Okay, let's go hook cam. Got to watch myself. This could get a little bit tricky. Sometimes every boat is very fragile to avoid having too much scratches. Now kick up the nitro. Come on, go boost. This could get shallow and a little bit tight. 5,092 yards. Let's see the outcome results and give that result on the leaderboard. Okay, maybe not good enough. Now let's try to have the right side approach to be on the river on attempt 2. Got to do it right and get everything to be settled and roll by in. But the main current path is very good advantage, but the shallow rivers is going to be a little bit more tighter to avoid contact on boats. Got to beat clearance total yard distance if I had to go achieved by the latest update. Okay, that was a close call on ground time. Just reach it to the high wind. And there's a small, large lake. Got to go in and keep up the good rudder. Alright, there you go. Finally beat clearance yard distance, and this will have to deal with a red zone. Might have to kick it in. That should be good enough. 6,529 yards update and tally out the leaderboard results. That should do well by 116,037 points. Let's proceed and be prepared to have 6 events with Street Race, Hypercar, Jet Sprint, Touring Car, Alpha Grand Prix, and Demolition Derby is now being selected and will chosen to be categorized with vehicle restriction and no restriction only. Let's start out and have the vehicle restriction on the first arc, as I'm about to be entered in event number 1, Electric City at Chicago, by using the Kawasaki Ninja H2 Light Rider Edition. Just like last time, is I just barely putting up to have a follow-up catch-up to be up and go faster to beat my current record to be going up by 100,000 points when using the same edition of the motorcycle by adding up with some change of vanity to go in blue. But you know the per level, I'm always had to be well prepared and go for the real challenge will be set and go faster to kick it up in the high gear. Just watch this, you guys. The countdown on the starting grid will be arriving on Chicago in about 3 seconds to be ready up and wait until on the green. Let's do this.
You're gonna win this easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And it's up to go on the first turn, then hit the nitro to go on another 90-degree angle turn at the left. Checkpoint 2 is now going clear. Have the right side and be quick about it. This will have to take a lot of improved time to go by quicker and have shortcuts any way we can. But the big plan just barely come right in handy, as we just already had to keep a good tight turn earlier, as we just already did from before. Progression is on 16%, now it's on 17, then here comes the jump. Okay, good regain control and quick recovery. Now it'll have to take a lot of torque, handling, and proper leaning position around on a few other turns on the left and right. But the 4 lane is going to be a bit more caution to be safer and less. Alright, now go right in, checkpoint clear, proceed, and go straight. Next turn, and gap distance by 23.7 seconds, update, and go by the improve. The Ninja H2 Light Rider Edition is very good, heavy handling, and good enough speed to be amped up to have some acceleration to have a single time attack by having 1 race and a sprint course in around by Chicago. Gap distance to be spotted by 32.1 seconds. Time to go proceed, and halfway there by over 50% complete. Alright, that's good. Total time by over 2 minutes. Checkpoint clear and left turn on the way. That's 41.359 seconds. Okay, good call. And give it a quick reflex to have that line to go sharpen up and get back on the speed track. But the battle and the neon to go glow in the dark and sci-fi background has to stay on the way. Okay, safe without having a motorcycle collision when entered on the 4-lane street. Almost there in about 79%. 20 more to go. And keep up the nitro to stay in a full straight. Okay, gonna have to go ace up the course now. In about having one more turn to go. And be on the lookout. 7 motorcycles is gonna have to take that next turn same as ever. One more turn to go, and give it by having a full final stretch. Alright, that's good. And 3 minutes, 42.338 seconds has now been cleared and achieved by one attempt by going up and close enough to have another round by follow-up catch-up. But this will have to go down by 80,383 points. But round 2 for this segment might need to do for having a faster paced hard work, as the affixes need to go by amp up with a high speed level. I really have to go again, you guys. This will have to go again, and I really have to go faster, and early turns on the left and right direction might have to do some quicker shortcut will do the advantage. So the second round's on me, and let's give it a shot.
Listen to the engine. It's saying, let's win.
But this will have to go down by having 2 attempts, and one event is going to have to take a lot of faster work to go by improve at the time. Now, the only way that we have to keep a good, quicker, tight shortcut without losing enough speed to have that tight turns on 90-degree angles in Chicago. But Electric City has to do some best advantage when it comes to have some improve of efficiency with using the Nitro Camus. Okay, good regain control. Now gonna have to get back up and have the early left turn rather than take that sharp 90-degree angle. Alright, very good. But just have to go by danger close. Earlier right as it goes, the checkpoint will proceed and goes. Yeah, that's a good electrical arc. Make that tires turn up and give it a solid fine regain patient nitro on the Mad Fusion. But the pattern will have to keep a good configuration and give it a go with the flow. Back on 50%, halfway there is on the mark. Okay, checkpoint done. Now, right turn again. I'm always well prepared to have that competent challenge to have some early braking and do some kneeling precision on the motorcycle during this part of the rerun on Neon Battle. But it turns out it's going to be a little bit harder, but you really need to step it up and go by inside the turns to get closer to have a good advantage whenever you have to take much more ways to go. But the practice, we'll have to get it right just like the original and first rerun. But the second is about to go by having a real test to see how good am I when racing on Electric City for only a single motorcycle as a courtesy choice of pick. Okay, that's 54 seconds update on the gap. Just slow and steady and give a good tap on the nitro. Okay, that's 1 minute. Now this will have to go again. Second attempt, won't be able to turn back now. Alright, there we go. And that's first place and receive an update time record in 3 minutes, 37.616 seconds. Well, that's 91,171 points. But I'll have to go moving on forward and proceed on race number 2 by the second part of vehicle restriction with using the Lamborghini Egoista. But good thing it's going to be take place on the big land. That's how I'm about to go to, and I'll have to do for the best encore and favorite event for Hypercar only. But you know what it is, I'm just really have to go kick it up in the high gear and make it light velocity to be having a speed of concept Italian vehicle to be up and go for the round 2 for myself and for all of you, round 3 as well. But good thing adding up with a neon battle tire is now being equipped and go for the same max per level of 320 to carry out and make it more high speed to be beyond velocity to have a carry over by over 1000 horsepower. Alright, I just need my eyes checked. But every Wednesday, as I had to get ready to do another round and Japanese drive will have to be on patient before having some few other events, might have to go change the progress in about 100,000 points to go by receive.
I'll stop talking so you can start driving.
So let's dance and bring out the nitro to start the party. Celebration goes on in Motor Nation, you guys. The faster it gets, the Egoista will always have to go up higher to kick it up and stay forward to have the main top speed level in about over 300 miles per hour. But now it's about to go up in about 271 miles per hour, go straight, and gap distance in almost 7 seconds behind. Alright, good balance, good motion, and good mobility. I can't say about the nitro is pretty good to see some dazzling. We'll have to go for the best party of the night. See? It turns out pretty awesome and bring out the nitro to start the party. But I'll have to wait and be patient whenever I have to go faster up and stay around by in 279 miles per hour. Alright, keep it careful and stay around by having a sunlight is gonna have to take a source of a sign. Alright, halfway there is done. Progression at 61%. Okay, that was a close call. Now, just have to go and give it a better speed, a boost. Gonna have to stop by in 70%. This should do very well and stay stationary to be on the right side of the highway. Okay, going up and forward, still doing good. Checkpoint clear, and next one is gonna have to go faster and tighten up to go amp up to have a patient until the nitro will have to be stopped by 50%. And cross the finish line, and there you have it. 2 minutes, 42.782 seconds by having a quick nick of time. Let's see the tally of results, and good on the guess is 121,464 points. 3 parts received, and 1 reward prize earned has now been checked and succeeded on race number 2. If I had to finishing up on 3 skills and 6 events, as I had to be ready to go by overtime after participate on Electric City for the Kawasaki Ninja H2 Light Rider Edition. But I'll have to take a 400,000 followers and then moving on forward to take the combo event in race number 3. Eagle Falls Motorsport Park on Dominion Forsberg number 2, Alpha Mark II is now being courtesy checked and go for the 3rd vehicle restriction is at the ready. As the tire vanity is now being changed up into a 4th anniversary tire is now being turned up the volume and have the lights will have to be ready to go glow on effect. So let's do it and go for the 3rd round. We'll face the time attack.
Go for it. It's now or never.
Alright, 1st and 2nd turn clear. Gonna have to keep pull out the nitro and turn 3 due on the inside as the checkpoint will be proceed at turn number 4. Outstanding run, turn 5, amp up the good speed and torque, then turn 6, we'll have to slide onto turn 7 by enter the tunnel. And very good to have turn number 8 before on the right and do the 2nd right on turn number 9. Brake and check and go proceed on turn number 10 to have a short straightaway as turn 11 and 12 we'll have to do the same pattern and give it a method of speed with handling. The 13, 14 and the 15 turn and the 16 and 17 will do the last part of the turn layout on first lap. We'll have to go amp up on the speed as lap number 2 swoops in. The tires are being blowing up and giving a better bright of a neon effect, just like having a classic kind of a racing video game back from the 1980s. Okay, that was a close call. Just stay on the track, find a good line, and do everything what we got. Okay, checkpoint clear by 43.221 seconds. Now it's going up by 44 seconds. Got to go up in the speed and have a single row of the Trailblazer. If you're about to be brave enough to go faster up and deal with some tight turns, will overcome your obstacle. Final lap. Let's get in there and make it more speed and turn for the handling. Alright, progression is on 77%. Just keep going on the speed, and the trail on the line is going to have to give some time to go on the main line. Alright, very good. Almost there to catch up on Chris Forsberg's current lap time by the example, and this is going to have to take a good speed and better enough speed.
Turns. You'll make it to the end.
Almost there. Just have to watch that checker flag. And so far so close. And there you go. Wow. That's 2 minutes, 45.956 seconds as the ghost car will be preferred to go adding up by 1 lap plus. This is so cool, fantastic, and 112,496 points has now been received and go earning up to have a better reward as race number 4 will be proceed to have a 3-part conclusion will go on by the no restriction only. So I have touring car, jet sprint, and demolition derby to have some different rewards and especially to have one of them in 45,000 bucks earned, jet sprint by having legendary loot part pack and demolition derby in the same one as well. So let's go to the aircraft cemetery, and this will have to go but another encore as I'm choosing for the different demolition derby car. So I'll have to choose the 1984 Fender Vero is now being perfectly to be set on a per level on 160 in 523 brake horsepower and top speed, 139 miles per hour to go faster, giving a good hit and have some few other tight turns to have a nitro to go shorter and quicker by refill. So I had to get in hard and be quick on the reflex as I had to stay focused in the lead. Let's go pull out the nitro.
Faster, faster! Seriously, go faster!
Heads up, outside turn coming in, and have that short straightaway, up I go. So I had to be quick about it. The outside turns is going to be a practical for a faster pace and tight turns that we have to keep it careful. But no head-on collision allowed for this race. This main objective is all about climbing up to 100,000 points. Alright, good dodge. Got to do the outside and progression to be at 27%. Okay, I just promised myself not to do any head-on collision. That should do well to stay on the safer on the right. Oof, that was a close call to have that object to be well slammed by the hit. There goes a classic takedown. Now going up by 46%. Just have to slide it to the right. Okay, make that contact to go avoidable without a touch. And there's Judy on 7th place. Watch yourself. Okay, that should do well to give it more fortifiable defense and give it more punches. Got to stay on the outside and have some quick refill on the recovery. Okay, gonna have to make that attempt to hit. Go on outside and do a wall riding. Ooh, that could be a flip. I just barely pulled that off. Alright, almost there, and this will be doing one more lap to go. Come on, almost there. Have that total time is still yet in the progress until going up by 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So there we go. Let's see the results and legendary bundle earned by received for the Demolition Derby vehicle. Okay, that's good. And received by 118,229 points when using the B-roll is good to have a station wagon Demolition Derby car. Perfect and good achieved by the Mastercraft. On to the penultimate. Let's go to the Hoodlum event. We'll have to be ready to enter number 5 of the race event. As I'm choosing the Proto Leopard 2017 with the UDRS Inspirtech livery besides the Rocket. It'll have to go one open top jet sprint and just have to give it for only 2 laps before the countdown will go up in the speed in 3 seconds until go on green. Here I go. Beat the time in 2 minutes, 14.266.
You'll make awesome time, I know it.
Gonna have to go climbing up a little bit and left turn to go quick on the Swift. Better make sure that you have to get some skills of reflex when using on jet sprint is the very good best place to start. Earlier as it goes on the right, now press on to have the current checkpoint and take the left side, safer, and go up on the speed. So watch out. The current ripper are about to go for having a tough rub on the flow and just have to kick it up and go faster to have that turn on the left. The faster it gets, the water will have to give a good advantage on the final turn as the second lap will go label on the final lap. Alright, that should do an awesome work. Just give it a 22 second behind the gap and make it a good quick on the improved reflexes. Nitro should do well and gonna have to go by the alternative route on the right. Same as ever, and get that neon trail to go on magenta. So what says that Jet Sprint can actually have to deal with the rough rivers when facing up with some tight obstacles. But the ocean is going to be a big obstacle that we have to overcome many fears. Now for the final stretch, and there you go. Faster, quicker, and have over a minute by a 46.271 seconds has now been achieved, and go by having a score point objected in about 125,354 points by receiving 7 parts of the legendary Luke Bono on Jet Sprint Discipline. So there you go. Moving on in the final event in Neon Battle, once again in the second rerun. Touring car vehicle, and let's go over to have the best racetrack to be at Miami of the USB Tour cities. If you already saw my full walkthrough, good thing I just made it on time and do some 2 types of events by normal and endurance after I just putting up by using the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup 2017. A bit much more similar to the Porsche 911 RSR Type 991 2017 as the same year model, which is also to be debuted on racing to be part of IMSA and FIA World Endurance Championship. But besides that, I just really had to go prefer to have a better kind of a GT race car, which is very good, and go without a nitro chemist. But how about I'll have to go and make it a good blue Renault RS01 2016 is now being set and good to go. I'll have to do well, and this time I'll have to bring out the nitro during the live summit event after the full walkthrough without it. This will have to go by having a real challenge, as I had to go up and be quick about it by having 3 laps with a time condition in nighttime.
We're here today at the very southern tip of the USA, in a city known for its balmy nights, its epic party scene, and as the gateway to the Americas, Miami. The drivers are lined up at the edge of Little Havana, and this race is about to get underway.
Okay, by differences on touring cars when entered the USST cities at Miami. But good thing the faster race car is very good to be suitable by recommend if you're about to be well chosen by the pick. As the example, the Renault Sport RS01 2016 is the faster of the best recommendable chosen pick of the touring car, along with a Celine S7R. But you know the turns and the corners, as we always have to keep doing well by the standard version on 3 laps only. Got to go clean well, and final race is gonna have to do the best grill on the touring car version only. Go to the runabout, go quick, and 5 seconds on the gap.
Through the Alhambra gate they go, right into the heart of Coral Gables.
Okay, second lap. Got to go up on gear number 6 to go by turn 2. 5.7 seconds has update on the gap. Just keep going and go boost it up quickly as possible. Okay, almost there, and stop by 50% progression and halfway there of the track. So far so good, and increase the gap by almost 8 seconds. Got to go quicker up on turn number 8 and go by checkpoint at turn number 9 and 10. See folks, it turns out very well to use the nitro in live summon, and the standard version by having a part of the full walkthrough is doing good to be having an ordinary of a GT racing competition. Final lap, here I go.
Bit of a technical stretch coming up here through downtown and some of Miami's tallest skyscrapers. Overhead there, that's one of the city's best known public transportation links, the Metro Mover.
Okay, very good. Solid fine on turn 4 reflex when followed near towards the apex. That should do by 12 seconds behind the gap. Got to keep going faster more and keep up the good time of the key of success. .95% progression is almost there. Got the finishing up on the podium. Take the roundabout on the final corner and give it one last boost. There we go.
And that brings us to the end of another exciting race in one of the most iconic cities in the country. Stay tuned as our next one takes us way out west to Los Angeles County.
On second thought, that should be doing 81,281 points by having a total time in 3 minutes, 11.564 seconds. But remember folks, Nitro Chemists will always have to help you out and make your mark to go faster, stronger, and improve your time, as I just barely took by 2 events will require by having a follow-up catch-up. So once again, Neon Battle in the second rerun is good and successful to be drilled by having a nighttime Deem Summon in 6 events and exception of 3 skills by 2 Salon by water-based and land-based vehicle along with escape of the same water-based vehicle. As the Platinum, 1,503rd place in about 23 hours left as Neon Battle is about to be over soon. So what do you guys think? Compared to the first rerun from the previous video segment from 6 months ago is very good to be average and due by having my own kind of a debut by the first one after from the previous season until Motorflix Mad Volume 1 and Volume 2. But of course it is. September 4th and the 11th is actually to have the second rerun. We'll have to go for having a third time as an encore, and for myself, second time we'll go for the encore as I have to be planned and go focus on the USST cities at Miami for the touring car discipline and Kawasaki Ninja H2 Light Rider Edition at Electric City. But still yet to come as we're about to go moving on forward until the next day on September 11th through the 18th on the second week of September is Japanese Drive. The Honda S2000 Red Panther Edition followed by the Drip Edition on the Nissan 370Z Type C34 made in Japan tire on the Epic Vanity, and 200,000 followers will have to go by the preview as 6 events are about to go on Japanese Deem Summon. 2 per street race by having a courtesy vehicle on the Kawasaki C1000 ABS, force vehicle, drag vehicle on the Nissan Skyline GTR R34, street vehicle on no restriction, motocross for the Suzuki RM-C450, and touring car for having a combo event on the street race event. Speed trap, buoy smashing, and slalom, good for the recipe by having pro racing, freestyle, and street racing to go full on the straight as we're about to go forward to wrap this up at the end of the video. But speaking of which, I can't wait until at the end of September and early October to get the long range edition of the Chevrolet Corvette C7 CR1 is now being available, and about having some 3 kinds of Deem Summons will have to be catching up after Neon Battle before proceed onto the Japanese Drive, and then Mercedes-Benz Attic is now being set on the date schedule until September 18th through the 25th. I'll have to be patient, and there's going to be some exterior parts on the Bugatti Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus, the live reward Snipper Legendary on the Hypercar Discipline, and Urban Gem will have to wait until coming soon. So thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, then click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Follow me on Deepnet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, Patreon, Discord, and more social media platforms. Plus, memberships are now open to everyone. We'll join to get access for a price levels a month with exclusive perks, custom emoji with my OCs, and many features to support the channel. It's the best way to help out with the super thanks as an extra will support and grow. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.